games, since he took over for Andujar, he's gone 20 for 58, which is a 345 batting average, and a 409 on base percentage. So he's been nothing but consistent for the Bombers, and that's a big question for Boone about who he wants to play in that.
And how about Friday? One positive light, and there are a few positives to take with the Yankees. Obviously, one of them is that we're not at our full potential because our roster is decimated.
Not at all.
Imagine when we do get healthy, what can
That's
happen.
what I was about to say.
And then with Luke Voigt,
to
me that's
Luke,
another.
He's the big man.
That to me, him right there is a positive light. This was a low risk move for the Yankees in 2018. This was an experiment. We talked about steroids for half an hour on the show. The experiment with steroids. This was an experiment, bringing in Luke Voigt. But to me, offensively, he's performing well for them, and they sparking light right now. I mean,
100%.
Straight from opening day when he hit that home run.
I'm telling you, man.
He already set the precedent.
I said it when we were talking about spring training baseball before the season really got underway. I literally said that. I said one of the biggest things for me as a Yankee fan is to determine, to wait and see, is Luke Voigt going to be the consistent man that he was last season, coming down to the playoffs and the postseason, and then in the postseason he was solid. Is he going to be consistent, and is he going to be the number one first baseman? And my answer to that right now is yes.
Moving over here to Flushing, talking about the Flushing Five. First of all, talking here with the Mets. They 16-15. That's their record right now. They won today.
Yep.
Against the Reds, 1-0.
Yes, sir.
And Noah Syndergaard, this guy, he performed today. He pitched a 4-hit shutout with 10 strikeouts and a home run. With no home, he had a home run. He also had a home run. So he becomes the first Mets player in history to throw a complete shutout and have a home run as the only run of the game. So to me, that was the talk. The Mets pitching had a bad pitching as far as pitching depth problem. They had a bad pitching depth problem.
And they were
struggling. They still do. Even though they got the good performance today, they still, but they had the worst ERA in the league at 5.21.
They still do.
In the National League.
Average.
In the National League, they do. And they have some issues. Obviously, they're close to 500. They a little bit above 500.
Yeah,
we don't want them to go below 500. They have some issues. They issued the fourth most walks in the league, 116, and the second highest opponent batting average. So they have a little issues here that I feel is more issues than what we were talking about with the Yankees. The Yankees have an injury problem, but yet they still 17-13. These guys will come back. The Mets, on the other hand, to me, it's a little bit complex.
That's the biggest thing, because the Mets are an organization that prides their team around pitching and building a bullpen. And we saw that in 2015 when they went to the World Series.
The World Series is exactly because of their pitching.
Exactly. And the biggest problem for them up until this season, I'd say, was the ability to get the bat swinging, which has completely turned around this season. They've been outstanding in terms of generating runs. For a Mets team that could barely get 2-3 runs on the board last season, they're able to get 5+ runs, and they've done it. Their past 10, they've struggled a little bit. They've won 5 games out of their past 10, but no struggle there to get the bat swinging. Exactly like you said, the pitching has been the biggest thing.